Now, as passenger numbers surge at various bus terminals due to the onset of the Christmas festivities, drivers are being cautioned to strictly adhere to road traffic regulations in order to avoid accidents. However, some drivers have also been accused of charging unapproved fares, leading to commuters raising concerns. But what is the transport unions doing about this? We have been joined in studio by the Industrial Relations Officer of the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Abbas Imoro, to speak on these developments. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I hope you're well.
I'm the PRO for
GPRTU.
GPRTU.
All right. Thank you so much for the correction. Let's begin with the surge in the numbers of people at bus station. Is the GPRTU ready to commute people during these festive season?
Well, thank you. And we came up earlier, around 20th or 19th, and informed the general public not to wait till 23rd, 24th, that you decide to travel to spend the Xmas festive period in your villages. You see, normally, some are working on their own, so we advise they should leave earlier, so that those government workers who could leave maybe 23rd, 24th could also join. You see, by doing that, we won't be struggling for vehicles. So we advised earlier. We thought it works. Yes, it works all right. It isn't like last year, while we were all struggling at the same time looking for vehicles to travel. So this year is a little bit better than what we experienced last year.
Oh, really? That's interesting because there have been reports that there are queues, long queues at the various bus terminals.
That's
to be expected.
You know, definitely we should expect that. But compared to that of last year, I think it's a little bit better this year than. So many people heed to our advice.
Let's talk about road traffic regulations. What specific directives has your union given to drivers in order to avoid road crashes?
The road traffic regulation is for every driver, not only commercial driver or professional driver like some of us. It is for every. Immediately you hit the roads, you are supposed to go strictly by the road traffic regulations. Most oftenly, because I myself, I once experienced, the last time I went to Takoradi, I saw things which shouldn't have been on the road. I saw 2 sprinter buses speeding. No, sprinter bus runs very fast like a car. Speeding, overtaking in a curve. And I was just praying and they were able to get away with it. And those are some of the things which brings much of the carnages on our roads, because one of the driving regulations is see and be seen. You have to see where you are going, and anything at where you are going should also see you. And these 2 sprinter buses that I'm just talking about, in the curve, you can imagine it. So in case unexpected happens, that would be the mistake of the driver. And look at the what will happen after that. Innocent souls. So at times we agreed, yes, about 70–75% of the accidents are human error, which come from drivers. Not all drivers, as you just started with. You were saying drivers, but you should say some drivers. Not all of us does bad things when we get on the road.
But we're talking about your union. That's why I asked what specific measures or advice you have given to your drivers during this season.
About road traffic regulations, unions, we can't just be advising. But if you are a driver, you should know if you see a signpost indicating 50 kpm each, you should know that you have to reduce whichever speed you were using to that 50 km/h. If it increases to 80, that comes from the nature of the road that you are using and the items or people surrounding the areas. At times, you drive through a village, you see some houses on the left, houses on the right.
Right.
There's no way any road sign will allow you to drive more than 50 kilometers around that area, because children can cross, animals would also cross. There are so many factors which lead to the reduction of your speed. So you have to strictly go by that.
Right. Let's talk about some complaints that we received about
I thought
drivers.
you forgot. I thought you
no,
forgot.
I haven't forgotten. I was
Okay.
coming there. I
Then
was just building up to
you just say some drivers.
Yes.
If you
About some
put it
drivers charging unapproved fares. Has it come to your attention, and what are you doing about it as a union?
It has come to our notice, and we must be honest to ourselves. If I tell you the truth and you cry, and I tell you lies and you laugh, the two of these, which one would you like? Which one will you prefer?
I want the truth.
The truth, yes. The truth is, anytime in Ghana we make laws, it gets even out of the hands of the parliamentarians, those who even finally approved it. It goes to the law enforcing agencies. We were fortunate, or were kind enough, to reduce lorry fares surprisingly by as low as 15%, somewhere in May.
Right.
Ever since, we haven't changed the fare. You know, each time we increase or decrease, we come out with a communique. We sign with the transport ministry, then we brings it out to the media, both print and electronic medias, they all come out with it. We have now, after that 15% reduction, which came up in May, we have never changed the lorry fares. So if anybody on his own decides to increase the lorry fare, he is doing something contrary to the law of the land. And this is the work of the law enforcing agencies.
We know the police have arrested some people, but as a union, how do you...
No, we don't support it.
Yes.
That is cheating. Why should I support you to cheat my relative, or cheat any good citizen? We will, no transporter will support you to cheat anybody.
But is there any action that you as a union take against such drivers?
The action we've been doing is to talk to the media, tell them this thing is bad. It is secondly also up to the passengers to resist from paying more than what they are supposed to pay. You, from Accra, you are coming to Achimata or La Paz, vehicle comes, says circle. You know definitely that you are not going to circle. Why should you join that vehicle? For the driver to take more than even what you are supposed to pay. Immediately you get to circle, you are in the vehicle. Then the driver asks the mate, then the mate will say, hello, La Paz. Then before you get out of the vehicle, they have started La Paz. Meanwhile, you know you're also going to La Paz. So you won't even get off from the vehicle, you have to pay again. These are all cheating. But this is cheating which you have allowed, because when he came, he says he's going to circle.
So you're saying passengers should resist?
You are not going to circle. If you decide not to join, another one comes, nobody joins. I mean, they can't waste the whole fuel from Accra to circle empty. They will be compelled to come and load to either Achimata, La Paz, Amasama, wherever they are supposed to load to. They will be compelled to do that. So some of the issues are also from the passengers. And with this story, wherever I had this privilege, I used to say it. We used to have so many stations at the CMB. Today, go to the CMB. Most of the stations are no longer there, because if you send your vehicle, the passenger comes, oh, when is this vehicle going to be full up? Let me go to the railways. Then the passenger get off from his or her vehicle, which is there for him or her, walk to the railways, because the fuller cars are always very fast. And in our LI 2180, the Road Traffic Act 2012, you are not supposed to work as a commercial driver if you don't belong to any entity. You don't belong to any organization, any transport company. But here they are. These are the very people whom the passengers see are their angels.
Right.
They'll just get off from the vehicle which is at the station waiting for him or her and goes to join. Today, these are the very vehicle which are charging more than what they are supposed to charge.
So we should join from
We
the
don't
stations.
support what they are doing.
Mr. Abbas, before I let you go though, what assurances can you give us as commuters as we travel this Christmas? Assurance of safety, assurance of getting to our destination safely?
We are doing, you know, GPRTU, undisputedly, we are the leading transport operator. So we always want to maintain that position. Our leadership is trying to make sure after the holidays we'll see the transport minister again. We've seen him once on some issues pertaining to some of these things. We will go back again and make sure those who are charging more than necessary will be a thing of the past.
Okay.
Because it's very heartening. When you see, imagine your son who is in Accra, you've given him maybe 6 cedis to come back home, just for your son to hear La Paz, 10 cedis. And he or she, your son is left with the 6 cedis that I've given him back.
Yeah.
So does it mean your son should walk home, or what is your son expected to do? Because he's having 6 cedis. He knows 6 cedis is what he has to pay from Accra to Abekan or to La Paz. So we don't support those things, and we are going to make sure that these things become a thing of the past.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You are always welcome.
Thank you so
always
much.
welcome.
This is still